So it does hurt very, very, very much.
You know, I watched it last week. You and I were talking on the phone, and there was this rhythm of the trial, which we will not get into at all today. But then they shifted from the focus of the trial to saying you are broke. And last week, people calling in all around the nation saying, "Is Michael broke? Michael, are you broke?"
That's not true at all. It's just one of their many schemes to embarrass me and to just drag me through mud. And it's the same pattern like I told you with these other people in the past. It's the same pattern. So don't believe any of this, this is tabloid, sensationalized kind of gossip.
Well, how did the money issue get in the first place? A number of people called saying they thought it was about the Sony catalog. What's in that catalog?
In my Sony catalog is all the Beatles music, all of, Little Richard's music. I own Sly and the Family Stone. I own such a volume of I own so many Elvis songs, and it's a huge catalog. It's very valuable. It's worth a lot of money, and there is a big fight going on right now as we speak about that. Now, I can't say whether or not. I can't comment on it. There's a lot of conspiracy. I'll say there's a lot of conspiracy going on as we speak.
Well, it was suggested by a number of your friends and family members that this fight really is more about this catalog issue than it is anything else. Do you believe that?
Well, I don't want to comment. I don't want to make a comment, Jesse. It's a real delicate issue, and I'll let you make the comment on that one.
Well, let me shift this to the extent. Since so many people are listening and there have been so many opinions, I was in London a couple of weeks ago, and 24/7 was Michael Jackson all day and all night long. And the day that you came to the hospital late, and you said you were injured, what happened that day?
I was coming out of the shower, and I fell, and all my body weight, I'm pretty fragile, all my body weight fell against my rib cage, and I pretty much, I bruised my lung very badly. My lung on the right is very much I'm in pain as we speak, and I've been going to court every day in immense pain, in agonizing pain, and I sit there and I'm strong. I try to be as strong as I can, so I can, but what we're looking for is the coughing of blood now, because the doctor said it could be he said it's still very dangerous as we speak, and if I cough the blood, he said it's a very dangerous thing, so we're still watching it very closely.
The cynics said you were faking, and it seemed that the judge at first was not willing even to believe you, even though you had just left the hospital.
Yeah, no, there's no faking with this at all. I mean, there was a scan done, and you could see the swelling on my whole rib cage. I mean, it was you could see it, and it's bright, bright red, and how it busted my chin, and it put a huge gash over my forehead. Blood. It was very bad actually, and but we're treating it. Actually, we're treating it. I do have medicine for it, but we're watching it very closely.
As I'm listening, you talk about this whole ordeal you've gone through and how you've stood strong, sometimes amazingly so. At some point last week, you cried. What touched you? What made you break down, as it were?
You mean at court?
Yeah.
I was in pain. I was sitting there hurting, and the pain was so immense. All I could do was just sit there and cry because it was so intense at that moment. I just couldn't handle it, so I just grabbed tissue and just put it, to my face.
So it was more about your personal pain than the challenges from the stand.
No, it had nothing to do with what was going on inside. It was total with personal pain, physical pain.
Michael, since so many